Thanks for joining us. We're continuing our series of the Ticats Offseason Roundup presented by WeatherTech, and very pleased today to be joined by a trio of receivers for your Hamilton Tiger Cats. We'll start with the 2019 CFL MOP Speedy B. There he is, Brandon Banks. Thanks for joining us. The 2019 Ticats Rookie of the Year, Jaelon Acklin, is here as well. And Bralon Addison joins the conversation. Gentlemen, it is so great to see you. Normally I start this conversation off with, it's been a while since you guys have been in the same place at the same time, but that's not true. You guys were just recently all together with a little bit of workout. Speedy B, tell us a little bit about what went down in Texas last week.
We all linked up in Dallas, Texas, get a couple of workouts in, but mainly just to be around each other, just to have fun and see the guys again. I had a great time. It was good to get out the house. I ain't been out the house in a whole year. So it was fun to see the guys and be back in football mode. We got a couple of good workouts in, and like I said, I just enjoy being around them and just talking football again.
Yeah, Bralon, I saw you guys went out for dinner the night before. Did Dane make breakfast, or was that kind of like a team activity there? I know breakfast was made for you the next day. But like Speedy B said, what was it like being around the boys again?
It was good, man. It was good to just get out the house and be able to see everybody, especially guys you haven't seen in almost 2 years now since the Grey Cup. So that was a good thing. We got to throw a little bit, got to play some video games. I let Speedy beat me in Madden, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, Dane whipped it up for the crew. Got us some good breakfast. We ate good. A lot of good little fun memories, especially, like I said, since haven't been together in 2 years, just to, kind of get that camaraderie going again, get some of the new guys familiar with us. So it was pretty cool just to be around each other again.
And Jaelon, to that point, I mean, the idea of getting out, doing a workout with the guys, catching passes from your quarterbacks is nice, but also, I mean, just talk about a little bit about the mental health of getting to see the guys and getting to hang out with your friends. And it's been such a tough time for so many people to get this group back together again, what that meant for not only physical health, but your mental health as well.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like, anyone who knows me knows I didn't go out there to, work out. I don't really mess with working out all that much, but I went out there to hang out with, Speedy and Bralon and all those guys. Dane, heck of a host. I wish I could have played Bralon or Speedy in Madden, but they dodged me. Yeah, around the guys.
Yeah, Speedy, you've been on this team a while now. Jaelon, rookie last year. Bralon, you've been here a few years now. But just talk about what it means to this group, to see a guy like Dane kind of step up, host all you guys, to be around solely. I mean, we talk about leaders, and this team has so many leaders on it, and I'm sure you're definitely one of them. Coach O is one of them as well. What it meant to kind of have that kind of experience?
It meant everything, especially when you got mainly from the key position on the football field. When you got quarterbacks that's trying to get guys together, come in and get some good work in, it means a lot. It makes you want to go out there and, the ultimate goal is to be the best, and that's what you got to do to be the best. You got to practice and, build that bond and that chemistry with your quarterback. So when you have a leader like that, we just followed the lead of the quarterbacks of Soli and Dane, and it was pretty dope to get us all together. So I'm definitely honored. Hopefully we can do it more in the future.
Jaelon, when you found out Bralon was coming back to this team, obviously, had a shot in the NFL, you got to take that. But, signing here for the 2021 season, Jaelon, when you found out Addison was coming back, what were you feeling?
I love it, man. Bralon's my boy. He's a quiet dude, but he's a killer on the field. And, whenever it's second down, that you can look to him and that he'll make a play. So I was extremely happy, extremely blessed to just be a teammate of his, because he's such a good guy on and off the field. But yeah, just extremely happy. Hopefully get to play a long time with him.
Bralon, getting to see Jaelon up close last season. Obviously, you mentioned the Ticats nominee for Rookie of the Year. Younger guy, what kind of potential do you see in him?
He's got a lot of potential, man. I remember actually when I knew, he was official was when I think it was day 2 of camp, and he got into a little scrap with Delvin Bro. And,
yeah, I remember that.
When you see something like that from a young guy who comes in, he's not afraid to compete, especially for a guy like me who loves to compete. it's an immediate gain of respect for him. And from that day on, I knew he was going to be a player because I respected him. For D-Bro to be, the top corner in the league, and this guy who at the time nobody really knew, he was a young guy to come in and, challenge him and not back down. I like I said, I gained immediate respect for him. And, we saw 2 years ago he made all the plays in the world, and I think he's going to continue to keep making plays. And I can't wait to continue to see him get better.
Speedy, Bralon talked right there about the word compete. And, I was talking to Coach O about this a few weeks back as well. Competition on this team. Nobody's given anything on this team. And especially being on here with 3 receivers, guys want yards, guys want the stats, guys want the touchdowns. I get that. But also you push each other. You push each other to be better. So what's it like playing alongside these 2 guys that push you to be better to the point where you were the MVP in 2019 or the MOP in 2019? Like, you were among the best, if not the best, right? That's what that award is.
Right. Definitely when you got guys that's dogs like Bralon and Jaelon and other guys on offense, it make your standards go up higher. Anytime they playing good ball, obviously you playing good ball. So, like you said, I forgot what you said.
I say you compete. You compete.
Yeah. Like I said, I was about to say that. But when you got guys like Bralon, especially with Bralon, he's a big time competitor. So anytime he make a mistake, he's holding himself big time accountable for it. And I'm pretty much the same way. We sore losers, and we go out there and compete very hard, and hopefully come out to be the best.
Jaelon, what's it like working with Tommy Condell? I've heard a lot of people praise Coach Tommy. They like the way he works. What's a good Coach Tommy story you want to share with us today?
I can share one about me. I can share one about the funniest one is it was like day 3 of camp, and Tommy was getting mad because we weren't picking up on the plays, and Speedy was out, so we were looking, and he put me and David Unger with the ones that day. And he asked David, what's a basic out route? How do you run it? And David explained it pretty well, I thought. And Tommy just blew up on him. And he totally shut down the meeting. This was during fall camp, and he just leaves. We're all just sitting there. And Speedy was like, man, let's just get out of here, bro. So we all walked out. It was 7 o'clock. Oh, yeah. That's hilarious. But yeah, there's a lot of Tommy stories. He blows up on me about every other day. He just wants me to be better. Real perfectionist.
And that's kind of what you want, though, right, Bralon? You want guys who push you. It'd be one thing if it was just somebody who just moved on, who didn't care, who would roll his eyes every time he did something. But to have someone who pushes you to be better, I have to imagine as a competitor, you embrace that.
Yeah, like Jaelon said, he's a perfectionist, man, and you have coaches who kind of let things slide by the wayside and just go along with the flow. And I think that's how teams get comfortable. That's how teams get beat. And I think you saw in 2019, we were hot all year. I feel like as an offense, we kept getting better and better and better and better. And that's a credit to, the guys we have in the room, but also a credit to Tommy because he's always doing his homework. He's always asking us, what do we see? What can we do to get better? He's letting us put in input on the offense and things like that. And as a guy for myself, at least, I want to be offense coordinator someday when I'm done playing. So it's cool to learn from him and see, things from his point of view. Such a smart guy and things like that. So like Jaelon said, he's a perfectionist, man. And it's as a player, it's good to have an offensive coordinator like that who's so dedicated to his craft.
Yeah, Speedy, can you, following up on that Jaelon story there, obviously you've had a lot of coordinators, you've had a lot of coaches through your time here in the CFL, but you had any good Tommy stories you want to share with us?
Sure. I got a whole bunch of good Tommy stories, but the one that stand out, we kind of brought it up over the weekend while we was together in Dallas. But it was dealing with David Unger. One day they had to get up on the board and draw some plays, and the first guy had got the play wrong on the board. So David Unger was the next guy to go up next, and he got the play wrong too, and it just went upside down from there. Tommy blew up. I think he pretty much ended meeting that day, and I remember Jim Barker actually kind of got in us too. It was just a funny moment. I just never seen – I seen Tommy get mad, but that was one of the top 2 times he got mad.
I was about to, because you brought Lil Speedy around a lot last, to start last season. Lil Tommy's always around too, right? So I mean,
yeah.
I have to imagine your sons have developed a little bit of a friendship from their time on the sidelines.
Oh yeah, they actually they play video games together. They actually FaceTime and actually talk to each other. So they definitely got a cool relationship. That's why Lil Speedy was talking the other day. We just can't wait to get back to Canada and just be in that football environment and him around the kids and everybody around the facility every day.
I know guys can't wait till you're back. And I have to imagine, when spring starts to roll around, right? The days are getting longer. The sun's out longer. It's starting to get a little warmer up here in Canada. For me, I'm thinking it's football season. I've never even played. For you guys who play, who compete, who haven't played since the Grey Cup, what are you feeling right now, Bralon? Like I'm sure last weekend helped playing in Texas, getting together with the boys, but I have to imagine there's some sort of like burning feeling that you want to play.
Yeah, me and Speedy actually kept talking about it last weekend. We kept saying, I wish we had a game tomorrow. I wish we had a game tomorrow. And, especially after 2019, how it ended, coming up short in the Grey Cup, honestly, it's all I've been able to think about. I probably watched the Grey Cup about 50 times now. So I'm definitely ready to compete, especially, last year having the opportunity to be in Minnesota and have that taken from me because of COVID and, just being able to sign with the guys again and be able to go out here and compete with some of my good friends, man. I'm really excited. I can't really explain the feeling of wanting to be able to compete and go out there and play football and catch balls and score touchdowns and block for people and things like that. But just know I'm ready. I'm excited, and I know these guys are too. Like I said, we kept talking about it last weekend, so I think everybody's just anticipating coming back. And I don't know if you can find many people to say this, but I'm excited to actually go to training camp. Like, what I mean? That's how bad I want to play. I mean, usually people are like, okay, let's just get past training camp, but I'm ready to go to training camp, so I'm excited.
Yeah, Jaelon, I mean, for you, it must have been pretty cool to see, December, January, things rolling around. I think it was Christmas Day we announced that Bralon Addison was coming back. I think it was, 2 days later we re-signed the MOP and Speedy B. So, I mean, vote of confidence for what you guys are doing here that I don't even want to see free agency. I don't want to get there. I know where I want to be. It's right here in Hamilton.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was probably going to come back either way, but like once Speedy and Bralon were coming back, I knew we were. So yeah, just like Bralon said, like that's all we've done for our whole lives is play football ever since we were 6. So to not have a year of playing it, you're just like Bralon said, you can't even put it into words like how bad you want to get back out there because that's like all we know. So to be away from it for like a year and a half is tough, but excited to get back out there with the boys.
Yeah, Speedy, we were talking about, playing in front of the Hamilton fans, what that's like, what it translates to on the field. Like, do you ever wake up in the middle of the night to 25,000 fans at Tim Hortons Field? Like that feeling, I'm assuming you miss. I miss being on the sidelines in that. I assume you miss, actually being out there on the field.
I definitely miss game day at Tim Hortons Field. I mean, obviously everybody knows the advantage that we have with our crowd and playing at home field advantage for us. I mean, with 2 years ago, we was undefeated at home. So with the new stadium coming up in the previous years and just the way we've been playing at home, period, just the way the crowd brings the excitement to the stadium and to the city as well. Makes us go out there and, want to put on a great show for them and just help us win. It's an extra man on the field for us, especially when our defense out there on a long second down. I mean, I miss it so much. So I just, like the boys were saying, I can't wait. You can't really put it into words. I'm anxious to get out there. And I'm ready. The way we ended the previous years, we didn't like that taste. So I'm ready to put a new taste in our mouth. And then especially we have the Grey Cup coming to Tim Hortons Field. So it can't get no better story than that. So definitely preparing hard and just anticipating a great season.
Bralon, you mentioned Tim Hortons Field. I know when I talk to a lot of guys on these kind of chats, they're away in the States. And, I ask, what do you miss about Hamilton? Tim Hortons is usually near the top of the list. But we'll ask you here, put you on the spot to finish this up. What do you miss most about Hamilton? And what's the first thing you're going to do once you're back in town? We'll start with you, Bralon.
Kind of course, football, miss Tim Hortons Field. But I was just telling the guys about it this past weekend. And I think I tweeted a couple months ago. And there's a wing spot right around the corner on the mountain where I live. It's called Wings Up. And I was like literally on my way to Wingstop a couple months ago. I was like, man, I miss Wings Up. So I tweeted it out, and they got some salt and pepper wings that I can't wait to try and can't wait to get back and see them.
There you go. Jaelon, what are you missing most about Hamilton? What's the first thing you're going to do once you're back?
Man, I'll probably just go to Tim Hortons and go get a coffee. Tim Hortons down here. So, yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Just go straight to Tim Hortons, maybe get a donut or something.
Maybe we'll try and meet you at the airport. Have some waiting for you. Speedy, you've been here a while. You know all this city has to offer. So we'll finish up here with you. Last thought on this one. What's one thing you miss about Hamilton? What's the first thing you're going to do once you're back in town?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I gotta keep it plain and simple. I gotta go to Tim Hortons too, man. I need them birthday cakes, man. I need a peppermint tea. I missed it. I went the other day to get a peppermint tea, and it just wasn't the same, man. I just need that Tim Hortons version.
They haven't made its way down to North Carolina yet, eh?
I went to the basic old store and tried to get a box of peppermint tea and try to flavor it up, but it ain't Tim Hortons. I need a Tim Hortons flavor. So anytime you feel free to send me a package, I appreciate it.
All right, Charles, I'll make some calls and see what I can do. Gentlemen, it is great catching up. I know the fans appreciate you giving your time here today. Thanks so much for doing this.